Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1646.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to ask, is the worst behind us in stocks and crypto? And we'll be examining some of the economic evidence as well as charts and sentiment. So recently, the ISM Manufacturing Index results came out, which is a measure of firms reporting expansion for the period. It hit 52.7 for the month, which is 0.3 points above February and slightly better than what was projected at 52.4. What that means is that any reading above 50 in the ISM survey represents growth in manufacturing. So that represents an expanding economy, not a recessionary data point. This week happens to be a huge week for data, giving us a snapshot of how the economy is looking. We have a pair of U.S. inflation reports. We have March's Consumer Price Index coming out and February's Core Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which is what the Fed likes to look at for inflation. The CPI report will be the main highlight, providing insights into how the surge in energy prices driven by the Middle East conflict has filtered into broader inflation. Many economists anticipate the largest one-month increase in headline inflation since 2022. At the same time, the Core Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index will provide a snapshot of price pressures before the conflict erupted. The final estimate of fourth quarter U.S. GDP will also attract attention. Other statistics coming out this week include U.S. durable goods orders, core durable goods orders, consumer credit, initial jobless claims, personal spending, personal income, factory orders, and the University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index, which shows us consumer spending. And since the consumer makes up 70% of the U.S. economy, that's a very important number indeed, and one that I watch closely. When looking at sentiment for the stock market and the crypto markets, they are both squarely in the extreme fear categories, which can be an indicator of a stock market and crypto market bottom. In addition, looking at the charts, it looks like last Wednesday could have been the bottom of the S&P 500, as the McT, or Moving Average Divergence Indicator, is giving a buy signal. And what it says to me is the worst may be behind us and the market is rebounding nicely. Now, of course, with the Middle East conflict still ongoing, any news can provide extreme volatility. So the volatility will continue. It's not over, but we very well could have seen the lows for this correction. And I'll continue to report back to you as the story unfolds. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.